I'm just coming out of a place in Schull in West Cork, and I've just met a man and seen what he's up to, and to me that epitomises what Ronan Kelly's Ireland is all about. Have a look.
Eddie Pyburn is my name.
Say the second.
Eddie Pyburn, Pyburn.
Is it a shop or a museum, or what is it?
This is a shop. It's a passion, it's a museum. I have a huge passion, an unbelievable passion for this stuff and things that I've been collecting all along, and then I've decided to try and turn it into a little business. But it's very important that people buy with the same amount of passion maybe as I bought.
Well, do you know what, why don't you give me the tour?
Yeah,
what's here?
Yeah, I will, yeah. Everything, I'm a mechanic by trade, so anything industrial I love. Industrial chairs, anything to do with iron, steel, it just completely and utterly attracts me. Tubular legs, and it's very strange because when I bought this chair, this is what I liked. The kick in the back of the leg, look. That's the first thing I saw. I know it sounds strange, but that's what I was attracted to. Just the kick on the back of the leg, look. See that little turn? Beautiful. German clock, 1940s. All the numbers are faded. I just thought it was beautiful in the sense that, you know, time is fading on everybody, not trying to be, you know, and...
Go ahead, you're right, because that was the first thing I thought when I saw the letters.
When I saw it, and I was standing there, and there was a man next to me this wasn't a little shop in London, and I was looking up, that's the first thing that struck me, and I just thought it was beautiful. And I said it to him, isn't that a lovely clock? And he said to me, sure, that's all faded. And I said, I know. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And he said to me, sure, I wouldn't buy that. And he walked off. And I immediately bought it and took it away. But you see, that's how we all look at things differently, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how everybody looks at and I mean, a lot of people will come in here, and I know they'll look at it and they'll go, do you know what, Eddie Pyburn's losing the plot. He's selling scrap and he's rubbish and he's charging huge money for it. But like, I've paid really, really good money for everything that's in here. Everything was bought with real passion. And like, I see that, even that phone, that old Bakelite phone, that's the equivalent to me of a vase of flowers or something. It's a decorative item on a table. But the difference is that people will come in and nobody's going to ask you about the flowers you have on the table, where people will look at that and they'll talk about it and they'll ask questions, and you obviously don't have to water it. Belgian, nice.
You do the gags as well, do you?
I do, yeah, they're free. I could be inside in a shop and see 1,000 things and like nothing, then all of a sudden something will catch your eye and catch your attention, and that's it. You have to have it. I was over in England with my daughter, and just looking at the bird cage that's there. We were over in England and we were in and out of different shops, and she's 16 years old, and I was driving her daft because she was going, oh, Dad, you're such, come on, she was showing me this and that, and I was saying, no, I don't like it, leave me alone. And I get very, awkward, I suppose. And then all of a sudden we walked into a shop and that bird cage was hanging in the ceiling, and I just saw it and I went, wow.
What about it?
It's just something, whatever. And I've seen bird cages before, and they're so ornate and they're all this. No, I don't actually agree with keeping birds in cages, but that's so simple. Zinc wire, look, just this most simplest thing in the gods. It's just like zinc galvanized wire, just really simple. It's almost like a little prison, if you like, but there is just something that I think is so beautiful in that, and I suppose maybe struggle to express it or to describe it, but that's the kind of thing. You walk into a room and you go, wow. I don't buy very many lights. I've only ever bought 4 or 5 lights in my lifetime, and that was another one. That's Dutch 1970s. Again, walked into a shop and there was 50, 60 lights there, and I normally don't even look at too much of lights, and then all of a sudden I just saw that and I went, oh my God, that is so beautiful.
What is it that's beautiful about it?
You see, that's where I struggle.
It's the shape of it.
It's just the whole shape, the colours, the function. Yeah, and it was lighting as well, so it's obviously like a light bulb lighting, but it's just the orange. Like, okay, what I say about everything is, I like to think there is nothing inside in this room that you can't take home with you and put into your house. And the first time that somebody comes into your house, nobody's going to walk past that light. You hang that inside in any room in your house. You can fill your house up full of all modern furniture, and people can come in the front door and walk all the way through the house and have a cup of tea and go home and never inquire about any item in the house. I mean, if you put the bird cage hanging off your ceiling, the whole neighbourhood will be talking about it. The reason I bought this, the graffiti, all the scratches and everything, but look at the graffiti down here. End of the world, 19 to the 11th, 72, a wish. Like whoever was sitting there on that day was having a fairly bad day. And I bought it, and I often, genuinely, I often wonder, I hope their life improved or the things improved. You know, we've all had really bad days, and especially in school where you just, you know, at the end of the world, if anything at all could happen, you know, if the sky could fall down to get me out of here. And obviously that's what they were thinking. And over here, this is an Irish prison phone, genuine Irish prison phone that came out of a prisoner's phone. And look at that, look, the knocks and the bangs and the beating and the, you know, get me over here, the stories, the conversations. To anybody else, that's probably one of the ugliest things inside here. And to me, genuinely, look at the graffiti that was etched into it. And I'm certainly not trying to glorify prisons or anything, but I really think that that's an absolutely just, that is a story.
I had the same passion in Germany. And before we left, I sold all the stuff, even my motorcycle, an old Harley Davidson.
Why did you sell it all?
I just want to get rid of all the stuff we had because we moved to Ireland 1.5 years ago, and I want to say bye-bye to my pastime.
When I was younger, I was running away from here thinking this place was, you know, a one-horse town. I wanted the big cities. And then you wake up one morning and realise, no, I love living here. It's calm, and I know everybody knows everything about you, but so what? You know, I mean, it doesn't bother me. No, this is where you have to be.
I grew up in Germany at the seaside, and then I went for studies to Bavaria, and I spent the last 30 years in Bavaria. Met my wife, we got the children. I had 2 companies. I sold the companies, and the rest is here with us, and it's a very nice place. And if I have to go once or twice to Germany to visit my mom,
you're there in a couple of hours.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But
because it's only a couple of hours anyway.
It takes a second to make a step on the German ground, and then I say to myself, I want to go back as fast as possible to West Cork.
I love the antlers and the, you know, the old big guys and the, you know, this is just man, you know.
Can I ask what kind of mechanic you are?
Car mechanic, but I'm always stuck in mechanical stuff. To be honest with you, I love fixing things, and I'd open anything. I wouldn't go back for anything. If a helicopter stopped outside there, we'd have a look at it and see.
I love the chrome and plastic.
I love that font, and you just sell per letter. Very interesting. I managed to sell wine twice, and tea hasn't sold at all. And like in Ireland, like if you went back 25 or 30 years ago, nobody even knew what wine was. You'd be selling tea like it's going out of fashion. Now nobody wants tea; they all want wine. But it actually suits me better because I'm selling per letter. There's no reason why you could not.
What was the hardest thing to get rid of?
No, yeah, the Harley was.
Yeah, that would be hard.
She's still in my heart.
Yeah, I know.
But she's gone now. Yeah.
You can write poetry. To the
No, I would not. No.
So you can start collecting them again. Here.